Shout out, it's your boy Big Vern in the building. I'm the greatest MC in the world. Happy Monday morning to you, Ab Stupid family. We got people newly to the channel. We got our subscribers, which makes me happy nonetheless. Great show lined up for you today. KD, he's tired of the lies. He's tired of the lies and the liars. And we'll tell you in a cryptic interview he had in an exclusive with Yahoo Sports about who that is, who he was talking about, and why it's actually getting old and on his nerves. Then DeMar DeRozan leaves Chicago. He's newly with the Sacramento Kings. What does this mean for the Western Conference? What does this mean for the other teams in LA who seem to forget about everything meaningful in basketball? Then we'll talk about Bronny James. In the great words of Dennis Green, he is who we thought he was. He is who we thought he was, damn it. And then revenge. Revenge is a dish best served by Darvin Ham. We'll talk about that and many more stories when we come back from a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vern at Ab Stupid. Drop the spot. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Order online, download the app, or visit the good folks at your local McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it. So we're going to start in the association, going to talk some Suns basketball. Superstar Kevin Durant, he's tired of the lies, he's tired of the falsehoods, and he sat down for an exclusive interview with Vincent Goodwill, at Yahoo Sports. Now, I knew who he was talking about, but I'll go ahead and humor you here. So Kevin Durant, he sat down with Vincent Goodwill, and he wanted to talk about the falsehoods and the narratives people put on TV, and then the fans just eat it up. He can only be talking about two places. He can only be talking about ESPN or Fox. Those are the only two sports shows that are 24-hour sports cycles. Now, I read between the lines really well, and I only think about those two networks. Again, and sports, they don't happen like that. So sports is one thing that you're going to have to go ahead and verify. That's why we do this show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We try and put out all this content because we can follow, verify, and we can drop people's names. So we won't say sources or won't give you any vague description. So either you'll know it's something that I researched and put together, or it's something where you have people's names of the piece put together. Now, Durant said, and I quote, "You can just press the KD button anytime you want that attention." Yes, it's a button. What else is going to get people going around this time? Besides, the journeyman is leaving again? That story is always going to hit. End quote. And he's absolutely right. That's why certain networks use his name to get ratings or views. Knowing the information is false, I always drop all the articles, all the names, even the links sometimes, where you can read it for yourself. And I'm pretty much good at reading and comprehension. That's why this show is actually growing and it's catching on. Nobody's doing what we're doing. But we'll get back to this KD interview when we come back from a quick 20 from a rap album that we are pumping this month. Drop the spot. Yes, Lupe Fiasco, Samurai, in stores right now. Get it where you legally cop music, whether it's Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. Samurai, in stores now. Lupe Fiasco. It's one of our power buys of the month. Samurai, the title track, is really good. Mumble rap, cake, no one headband. Lupe Fiasco. In stores right now with Samurai. So So when we left off on the KD piece, they did it with Kyrie. Well, this is me now. This isn't Goodwill. And I was talking about what they were doing with Trae Young, and it's already documented on our page where Trae Young was never asking to be traded out of Atlanta. Trae Young never said he wanted to play for the Lakers or he wanted to play with LeBron James. However, the media kept this narrative going where the Hawks were trying to get rid of Trae Young. And I'm like, why would they be trying to get rid of the superstar who's not actively asking for a trade? It made no sense. Now, as cryptic as KD was trying to get, and he was talking about the lies and stuff on TV, he was talking about Stephen A. Smith when he says, and I quote, "It's hard not to hear what they gotta say about you, especially when you could just make up lies and everybody is gonna believe you." Now, there was a situation many years ago where Kevin Durant came out and he exposed Stephen A. Smith. And again, I haven't watched ESPN probably since 2012. I knew it was fake and I knew it was all smoke and mirrors. However, at that time, there was an issue where Kevin Durant said nobody talks to Stephen A. Smith. Nobody knows who he is. Don't believe nothing he says. And that's what led to the infamous Stephen A. Smith when he came on TV and he said, "You don't want these problems." What was he talking about? You don't want to make an enemy of me. Who was he talking to? You don't want these problems and you don't want to make an enemy of me. That's what he said. Now, Stephen A., his entire identity is made up of talking to athletes, getting athletes on the record. But when he was exposed that this is all fairy tales and this is all made up, they questioned his job security then, because ESPN pays these people for access. That's the only reason that they keep hiring these athletes, is that they have access and they can get exclusives. And when it's deemed that you have no value, they will get rid of you. He's been on many failed programs. He's had his own program and it fell off many times. He's a failed writer for the Philadelphia Inquirer. His ticket or his claim to fame was Allen Iverson. That was it. And so he's parlayed that into 10 years. Well done, sir. But now, in the age of everybody knows everything, and we can rip the mask off and see of your hypocrisy and your lies, pretty much, you're useless. And the people at ESPN know it. That's why you're sweating, because you're about to get fired. And we'll be back when we come from another rap album we're endorsing this month. This is Big Vern at App Stupid. Yes, Chris Webby. Chris Webby lost Wednesday the demos in stores now. Get it where you legally cop music, whether it's Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. Chris Webby lost Wednesdays the demos. I particularly on that album, I'm into Sky High, I'm into Code 45, Survivor. I mean, just love the wordplay, the lyricism, the wittiness. I enjoyed this project. Chris Webby lost Wednesdays, the demos, in stores now. So going back to the piece, KD is still, after all these years, he is still upset at the whole Stephen A. Smith thing. And I think it's his agents and people around him just told him to let it go. Don't worry about it. This guy will blow over, that kind of thing. And KD cannot stand that because it tarnishes the fans' view of him. and he's playing some of the best basketball of his career that he hasn't played in a long time. He's still putting up great numbers. He's still a force to be reckoned with on the basketball court. And he wants the fans to just enjoy that. And he's not being traded. He's not looking to be traded. He's not talking to other teams or other players about joining some super team or anything like that. He's just playing basketball. He's routinely contacted the Phoenix Suns organization. He's been in contact with the coaches. He's been in contact with even the players, assuring them that he's not going anywhere. And he's just sick and tired of the lies. But can you blame him? We got a lot more show to go. This is Big Vern at App Stupid.